To walk with somebody, you need to be able to understand how they think. Are you there with it? You need to be able to understand how they think. And going further in how they think is how they perceive things, which I like to call their perception. And you see, what brings problems in human relationships is the difference in our perception. That there's a way I see something which is different from the way Muriel sees it, that brings a disagreement. But that disagreement stems from the difference in our perception, the way in which we perceive something. And it might look like a very ordinary thing, but it's very deep, because perception can be a huge issue. The fact that you see it like a 6 and I see it like a 9, and we are both correct, but we perceive differently. And I have seen people argue all their lives for a difference in perception. I have seen marriages break down for a difference in perception. I have seen relationships break because people simply perceive things differently. That's why the Bible says, can two work together unless they agree? So it gets even more interesting with our walk with God. This is a God who has announced to us his perception. He says, my ways are not your ways. He's giving us an introduction to his personality. He says, listen, I'm not going to perceive things the way you perceive things. My ways are not your ways. But I thank God it didn't stop there. He says, as the heavens are higher. So then now means that his perception is under the pedestal of his perspective. Have I lost you somewhere? His perception is built on the pedestal of his perspective, because his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And that means he sees from a vantage point. You are down there, and your vision is clouded by the limitations of your senses. And he's saying, my perception is different because I see from a vantage point. I see what you cannot see. And so if we are going to work together, you are going to have to trust me now that I can see beyond the scope of your thinking, your mind, or your senses, and shut down your mind and rely on my divine GPS for the navigation of your destiny, because I already told you that my thoughts are not your thoughts. So now it makes sense to me why it says the just shall live by faith, because my senses say I live by sight. My senses say seeing is believing. My eye takes me down this aisle to the left or to the right. My entire perception is governed by what my eyes can see. But if I'm going to arrive at a destiny which I cannot see, then I better trust a God who can see what I cannot see, to take me to a place that my eyes cannot see. Oh God, I'll say that one more time. I said, if I'm going to arrive at a destiny which I cannot see, then I better trust a God who can see what my eyes cannot see, to take me to the place that my eyes cannot see.